Yeah, welcome to today's class. We have been dealing with structures, right? And we say that a structure is a data type that allows you to group uh, different data types in one unit. So today we want to look at arrays of structures. For example, if you are dealing with students, a student will have name, age, and probably score. But of course, in a school, you are dealing with multiple students. So if you are going to create a structure, it will not be nice to be creating variables for each of them. So the best thing you would do is to create an array of students or employees in the company. So that is what we want to do with what arrays of structure. So let's write a program to demonstrate this. So we'll say include stdio.h. That is all we need. So we are going to declare our structure. So we use the struct keyword, struct, and then we'll call it student, right? And then inside our structure, we'll give what? Char, which is name. Let's assign 50 bytes to it, right? Then we give int age, we'll give float score. Okay, then let's leave it at that. We'll close. Now this is our structure that we have created. Now we want to create an array for this structure. So we have like 3 students in the class. We say int in our main function, int main function. Inside this, we are going to declare an array for this structure. So we say struct student. This is the data type. So what will be the variable? It will be an array. So let's call it S. So S, then you have for 3 students in the school. Now we are going to initialize it at the same time. So the first thing we'll do, we'll put this in curly bracket, the braces. Then note that every of them, so you're having 3 students in the class, and each of them is what? Is a structure that will have name, age, and float. So to do that, I will simply, I will come here and I will say, for name, let's call it Ediete, right? For age, we'll give it 16. For score, we'll give it 80.5, comma. For the next one, we have phone 17, age 90.3, comma. Then the third one, let's call it John, comma, 18. We have 70.5. Then we close this. We can put it here, or we can put it here. We can put it here, right? Just to economize space for us. Now, we have declared our array of structure. So each of the member of this array is a structure. That is what it is. So how are we going to be able to print this out? To do that, we will need a for loop. We'll need a for loop to print this out. So we'll say for int I assign 0, right? I less than 3. I less than 3. Because you are starting from 0, 1, 2. Every base system starts from 0 base. So we are starting from 0. So I less than 3. Then I plus plus. We'll close this. Inside our for loop, we are going to bring in our print function. So inside this for loop, we'll say print f name %s, comma, age %d, comma, score percentage. I will put dot 2f, that is 2 decimal places in float. Float will usually return 6 decimal places, so I'm reducing it to 2 slash n. Then what should be there? I'm going to write it here. So for name is what? String. Now this is an array. So for me to access this ediate and print out everything from it, so this will be what? This will be s I dot name, s I dot age, and s I dot score. Okay, so that is what I have. Then this, I will close my for loop, and then I'll say return 0. So this one, I will close it here. Okay, so this is my program. I have declared my array of structure here. First, I created the structure, the template, which is the blueprint of the structure. Then I created my array. So this array first is having all these members. And each of these members is what? Is a structure. So I have 3 students in the class, and that is what I'm having here. Now, to be able to print them out, I'll use my for loop. So in my for loop, I declare a variable I and assign 0 to it. Then I'll test. I is less than 3, that is true. It will come in. And then printf will print out this one as a string, name on the board. It will print out name. Then it will access this. So this si, since I is 0, so S0 will point, is this one becomes a pointer that will point to the what? To the name, to the first box of this name. And then it will start, this %s will start to iterate. We'll cause printf to iterate. So this one will print out S0 is going to point to this first one, and then it will print out ediate, right, comma, then it will print out age, which is what? 16, and it will print out 80.50. Then name. So when it's done, I will increase. I will become 1. Then it will come back in. It will test. 1 is less than 3. That is true. It will come back. And then it will become S1. So that will point to this one. And it will begin to iterate to print out phone 17 and what? 90.30. Then it will increase I again. I will become 2. 2 less than 3. That is true. It will come in. And it will print name John, comma, 18, 70.50. Right? This is what is going to print out on the screen. So that is how you are going to use a for loop to be able to access the arrays of structure. So you can use this to capture as many employees or as many students as possible in the class. So that is what I want to show you in this class. You can see how we are linking all the various topics that we've been learning to create something. So this is how you can create number of students in the class, which is what? Pulling information from the database. So I can write a script to pull this data from the database and then insert it into this structure and bring it out on my what? On my Excel. So you are going to have something like this. So this is name, right? Up here, then age, then score, then other things. So first employee, second employee, third employee. That is what it's going to give to you. So let's go to code blocks. Let me demonstrate array of structures for you to see. Then maybe you can use a pointer to also access this. So when you do this, you now declare a pointer to this array, and then through the pointer you access the element, right? And then you use pointer arithmetic to move from one to the next one and to the next one. There's no point teaching that. So I will just move to another class. So let's go to code blocks. Let me demonstrate this for you to see. This is our code blocks on the array of structures. So what we did in the class, I'm just going to execute this script. You created your template, and then you created an array of 3 students, and you are going to print them out. So let's execute this script for you to see what the output will be. Okay, so that is that. So you have name, Ediete, age 16, score 80.50, name Mfon, age 17, score 90.3, and then name John, age 18, score 70.5. So you can add as many students as possible to this script. So that is just what I want to demonstrate to you in this class. So till we see in the next class, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Bye-bye.